Hello and welcome. In this video, I'll teach you how to make a mod for Unity-based iOS games. For this video, you need to have some experience with assembly, preferably ARM64 assembly. You have to have the IPA of the game. You can download it from Decrypt today, downloading the decrypted IPA of the game. For today's video, we're going to be using Subway Surfers as an example game. I have the IPA here. You need a reverse engineering app such as IDA64. I have here IDA64 Pro version 9, but you can use other tools like Cutter or Ghidra. You need IL to CPP dumper. I'll leave the link in the description. And you of course need an iOS phone. It can be running any version that the game supports, doesn't really matter, and it doesn't have to be jailbroken. And you also need sideloadly app to be able to sideload the apps on your iPhone, unless you have jailbreak, of course. So let's get started. First thing, you need to have the main IPA of the game, and then you can just open it with WinRAR like this and extract it. I have it here extracted already here. If it's a Unity game, which I'm just covering this, you can really easily dump it. You're gonna use the ILTCPP dumper, run it. In here, we're gonna go to the games folder. First of all, you need, if it's a, I mean, it has to be a Unity game to use it on ILTCPP dumper. So you're just gonna find frameworks, Unity framework. That's the main game assembly, and then you're gonna pick you need Unity framework that doesn't have any extension, and then it's gonna ask you for the metadata. Then you're gonna go payload data, manage metadata, and then pick this, and it's gonna start dumping the game. Here you can just use the nspy to take a quick look at the assembly, see it's done here, and you're gonna have those files and dummy DLLs here. This is really the mostly the tricky part. You have to find something. So for this example, we're gonna have a coins multiplier for the game. So whenever you collect a single coin, it gives you 9999. So first of all, I'm just gonna close all those and then drag all those here, and you have to hunt something. You have to be creative. I mean, it depends on the game really, but Subway Surfers doesn't have anything obfuscated. As you can see, all the names are written normally, so we can just pull up the search and search for like coins, and you're gonna find tons of things here really. So what we're gonna patch this in this video is add coins. See this function, it's in a class called run session data, which is basically the things happening when you're actually playing the game and running. There's the add coins function, which is called when you collect the function while running. There's also add keys and other things. The knowledge here can be applied on any of those functions really, but this one is easy, so that's the one we're going to patch on this video. There's consume keys and get remaining, consume coins. There's everything in this. If you just search, you have to be creative and find. The game is really huge, as you can see, so you have to be, creative. Anyway, that's the function we're gonna go for, and then comes the patching part. So we're gonna open up our IDA. Okay, you wanna pick the Unity framework file, the one we just dumped. Frameworks, Unity, and then pick this file. Here I have it analyzed already. It takes time to actually do things in this. Like it takes really a long time to process the file, so I'm gonna use the one I already analyzed so it makes things faster, because IDA is really slow, especially with big binaries such as this. it takes really like a few hours at least to fully analyze the thing. So after you wait those few hours, comes the really good part about Unity games and what makes this actually really easy. You have to select file, script file, and then you're gonna go to the dumper you just used. You're gonna pick IDA with struct py3, and then pick the script JSON, and then pick the header file, and it's gonna start applying the header file to that disassembly and apply the names and of the signatures of the functions, the types, everything. You actually just, you know, like, it's more like a PDB. Like, imagine if you had a PDB of the exe and how everything will have like names and everything. Of course, it's not as good as that, but it really makes reverse engineering way easier on this thing. As you can see, even if I just picked the file and it already frozen, this process needs you to be really patient, because it takes time to actually analyze and apply the script file. It really depends on the size of the game you're working with, but mostly it's, as you can see, frozen for a few seconds, maybe minutes, maybe hours, I don't know. I'll just skip this part until it's unfrozen. Okay, so as you can see, we already picked the add coins function, so we can, if we just search here, ID is really annoying, but it is what it is. Everything takes an eternity. Yeah, there you can see, that's the function we need, and we are here. We just hit F5 and see the code. As you can see here, ignore this thing. This function, it takes a coins amount, and if it doesn't have, like, if it passed 0 coins, it just jumps somewhere. I believe this is some error handling, which we don't care about. And then it calls this thing if you had no coins at all, and then it just run variable group add, and then it adds the coins. So we want to modify the coins. If we look at the assembly here, we can synchronize with pseudocode A. As you can see, it highlights the lines here actually the assembly represents, and we, as we want to see here, it moves the parameter. See the coins here, if we hover over it, it's W1, so it's this D0 W1, and then here it checks if that's the condition of the X0. It jumps at the end of the function if it doesn't exist, and then here it checks for the coins and it jumps to the loading thing, loading an address, and then returning if the coins doesn't exist. This instruction we don't really need, since we want to make it add the maximum amount of coins that we can fit in an instruction, because we don't have space to modify the function. As you can see, like, you can just add a new one or remove this. I mean, you could remove it technically, but it's still the bytes. You can't really add more bytes to the binary, because we're batching it, we're not actually recompiling it. So here, this instruction we could actually get rid of or replace it with anything. In ARM64, every instruction is 4 bytes, so we could actually replace this one with another one. So here it compares, it checks if not 0 of this W1, and then it jumps here. We could replace this instruction to represent something like moving a number of coins to the register, instead of having this condition at all, and it will always call the function and just add the amount. Of course, this doesn't apply to every single function, but in this function we could just do that. So what we want to do is, I'm gonna use this site for disassembling. We're just gonna do move, so W1, and then we're gonna move like 6969. As you can see, it gave us the bytes of it here. We're gonna pick this, then do edit, batch program, change byte, and then those first 4 bytes, we're gonna replace them with the ones that we just got. And as you can see, it changed it here. and then we can press F5 again. This code changed now. There's no condition for returning because we don't really use this at all. And then now it calls this function with 6969, and then it calls this function with 6969, which adds the amount. So we just patched this function to actually return the, like, always get called with this value instead of the value passed to it. No matter how many coins you collected on a single one, which I don't think you can collect more than one anyway, but no matter the value here, it will always go with 6969, the one we just patched in. Cool. And then we can just save our patches by doing edit patch program, apply patches to input file. It's gonna have the one we already opened. Press OK, and we just patched the game's binary here. Frameworks, Unity framework. As you can see, it just got edited a minute ago. And now we're gonna apply it to the game by opening the OG IPA, the original one, completely unmodified. We're gonna go to the same place, frameworks, Unity, and then we're just gonna drag and drop this here and press OK. That's all you're gonna do here. Right now, we're gonna use side loadly to load our game to our phone. So I'm gonna pick this here. Yeah, as you can see, my phone is here, and I'm gonna press start, and we're just gonna wait until it goes on my phone. It takes some time, like 5 minutes or so. So I'm gonna skip until it's done. As you can see here, it's installed on my phone, and if I open it, you can see it's patched, and it adds 6969 coins in each collection. Now, this knowledge can be applied to any function or any game that uses Unity, or even non-Unity ones, but it won't have the IL to CPP dumping thing. So finding the function you actually look for will be way harder, because as you can see, those functions doesn't have really any strings or anything to trace them back, so it's gonna be rough to find them. Yeah, that's it. See ya.